Okay, so under the current circumstances, I thought it'd be good to do a video today on training, what you can do to be training at home. Now, it's quite bizarre because everyone's gone a bit mad and is panicking. To be honest with you, I'm very fortunate. Yes, I've got a gym at home. I've got one here at the shop. But if I didn't have, and there's been times when I haven't, I don't think I'd still panic too much. You know, I've gone on holidays prior to shows for a couple of weeks. It hasn't bothered me. Literally, I'm just able to do loads of push-ups, sit-ups, bands which you can use. There's so much you can do at home, and it's not like you're going to lose a ton of muscle in a week or 2 weeks. Now, obviously, I don't know, how long it's going to be before things are back to normal. But certainly, I wouldn't panic too much. I think I could maintain my physique very easily, even if I had to go a couple of months. As long as I kept my food the way it was, and as long as I'm sort of like doing something, like I said, when I go on holiday, I just go push-ups to failure. I do loads and loads of sets, and I'm pumped, and it pretty much does my whole upper body. I can do some sit-ups, and as far as legs are concerned, you can do lunges, and there's so many things that you can do that don't require a lot of weights. I always think it's good to, and I tell people this, to have a few weights at home, because you never know. Mainly I tell them that because sometimes in the winter when you can't get about and it's snowing and that, that's the reason why I sort of like got a few weights in my garage, because there was times when the gym was shut and I thought, what, I'm going to get some weights for at home for in case of an emergency. So I started getting a few weights. I thought, what, I'm going to turn my garage into a gym. So I started doing that, and I think that if you're really passionate and you love this, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't have that backup anyway. I'm not saying you have to spend thousands and thousands of pounds, but to have a few dumbbells in the house is not gonna hurt. Now the problem with it is now everybody wants dumbbells. I've had people coming to me asking for dumbbells. I sell dumbbells all the time, but unfortunately now I haven't got any. And so I think after this it might be a lesson that, I think if this is what you do and it's your passion, I would personally, keep some dumbbells in the house. I'm not saying you have to have the whole setup, and if you've got limited room, the things they're bringing out there is them interlockable weights. I've got some, so basically they go from 0 to 40 kilos. You can get some that go from 0 to 20 kilos, so it's like having the whole dumbbell rack, but just in 2 dumbbells, so they're very handy as far as space is concerned. So I definitely think that investing in some dumbbells, because with them you can pretty much do anything. You can do side laterals, you can do some pressing with them, you can do shoulder press with them, you can do lunges and legs with them, you can do everything. So just by getting a few dumbbells can certainly maintain. I'm not saying you're going to be able to build a ton of muscle from it unless you've got a real good setup at home. But you can certainly maintain, and I wouldn't panic too much. Muscle, you're not going to lose it that easy. The only way you'd be losing it is if you just stopped eating altogether and you didn't train. And if you can keep the food is the main thing. Keep the food going to a degree. So a lot of people have been dieting and are panicking because they feel like it's not worth dieting anymore. Personally, for me, I'll just carry on as normal. I think it's easy to give in. No matter where I've been in the world, on holiday, wherever I've been, I've always been able to get the types of food that I eat. If I can't get around chicken, I have fish. If I can't get around fish, I'll have something else. I'll live on porridge oats and protein. I just sort of do the best you can under the circumstances, and that's all you can do. And at the moment this is not ideal, but I don't think it's worth throwing the towel in. If it was me, I would still carry on as normal as I could, even if I am having to stay at home. So for you out there, I personally think at a time like this, you just got to do your best. It's the same for everyone. Obviously, some people are fortunate, like myself, that have got gyms around them, their own private gyms. But if I didn't have, there's still things that you can do. I think getting bands is a really, really good thing, because with bands, you can do side laterals, you can do upright rows, you can do many things with bands. And just a couple of dumbbells if you can. And if you can't get any dumbbells now, make sure after this that you probably should get some, because you never know what's around the corner. But good luck, and like I said, loads of push-ups, that'll do your whole upper body. You can do a circuit where you can just do loads and loads of squats standing, you can do loads of sit-ups, you can do loads of push-ups, work your body, eat clean foods, get your rest, and it should be enough at least to maintain. At least for a few weeks. If it does go on longer, yes, it could be a bit of an issue, but like I said, you've got to do your best to get a couple of dumbbells if you can lay your hands on them, and then you should be fine. So I hope this has helped a little bit. Don't panic. There's no need to panic. Like I said, I've been in situations where I've been in the middle of prep, and I will not give up. It'd have to be something really, really drastic for me to give up. You know what I mean? Once I start, I like to see it through. And like I said, I'm going to diet as normal now. Nothing's going to change. I'm going to keep with my training, and basically that's the best you can do. I'll speak to you soon.